Okay, class, let's talk about chapter
Today's
1.
quiz is on
Then,
algebra.
analyze the chemical reaction.
Every year, thousands of Kansas students take state assessment tests to measure their abilities in reading, math, science, and social studies. Data that's collected is used for accreditation, measuring how districts are performing.
I will come over and verify that all of your questions have been answered.
This year, the state tried a new test, but its launch fell flat.
Well, we had everything set and we had our schedule in place, and then we started testing, and the computers were ready to go, but the software or the server was not. And so we had kids starting the test and unable to finish. And by the end of the day, we gave up.
The pilot test and its online system used to take it, called KITE, was developed by KU's Center for Educational Testing and Evaluation. Its director, Marianne Perry.
I got to ask you, what happened? Why did it go so wrong?
There were three factors. First one is us. We had some mistakes in the KITE, I'm going to say software, although my technology people will probably kick me, but software and configuration.
Perry says as more students logged on, the server that was supposed to balance the load also failed.
And then third was we got hit by a distributed denial of service. And that is an outside culprit who is basically bombing our server with data, to the point that it overloads the server and the legitimate users can't get on.
Data vandals hit the system, slowing it down, even crashing it. Teachers and students got stuck in the middle.
I was surprised that it lasted so long. Initially, we all anticipated it because we knew it was new and no one had experienced it before, but I was surprised, and I think the teachers were surprised that it kept occurring.
CETE contracts with the state of Kansas. Last year's test cost $4.6 million. Education officials say the state paid about half that cost, with the remaining money coming from federal funds.
Do you think the taxpayers did get their money's worth or not?
That's a hard thing to answer. I mean, in an ideal world, I would have given them more information back.
Next year's test will cost the state $6 million. Perry says cybersecurity has been improved and backup servers put into place.
Sitting here with me now, can you promise that it won't happen again, or is that just impossible?
I think that's impossible. I'd like to say I can promise that we have learned enough that we can make it have less of an impact this year than it did last year.
This year's test data was incomplete and wasn't released. But state officials say it wasn't a total loss.
The results that we received were very beneficial. We were able, as a state, to pilot thousands and thousands of new test items that were aligned to our new standard.
Practice.
Because results were sabotaged by a cyber attack, the state was given a pass by the feds, with funding not affected. Plus, this was essentially a practice test, with the real one debuting spring of 2015. Still, educators wish they could have learned more about how their kids are doing.
Carefully read the questions before answering.
Like you said, it's pretty frustrating because you put in all this time.
Yes.
And it takes so many days.
Yes.
And then the end result is, well, it's incomplete.
We'll try again next year. That's what we'll try.